Finally off of work. Man, that was a hard day on the rig today. Oh. I gotta clean this pipe someday. Not today, though. I've cut out of work. I punched my time card. Think I did enough today. The rig stands to produce oil and Merino juice. The secret Merino juice. Magical properties of the Merino juice. Hey! How did you get here? You're not supposed to be on the rig. You're too small. How'd you guys get here? How'd you all get on the rig? They're not supposed to let people like you on the helicopter. Here. Why don't you come up here? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be on the rig. It's after hours anyway. The only people here are employees. As in me. Just me. Me and Brandon. Brandon's off today. It's just me today. It's just supposed to be me. Hell, I ain't even supposed to be here. Because I'm off of work. I clocked out already. What's up, 44? What's up, Mr. Game? Big Texas? Chimp? Why are you guys on the rig? Like, why'd you... Genuine question. Why'd you come out of the rig? Woodgraves, this is not your rig now. This is not your rig, homie. Much as you might want it. Actually, do you want it? Like, I'm looking to, kind of move into a different trade, I'm looking to do a little something else. I'm looking to be a farmer, I'm trying to raise fellow sheep. Anyway, hit me up in my DMs. I'll sell you a rig. Okay, well, maybe. Mine now you get a raise. No, man, I want out of the game. 44 says, I got left behind from the class trip. Oh, that explains why you guys are here. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll be your chaperone. I'll be the responsible one here. I'm always the responsible one here. I'm the one with the seniority out of the two of us. And that's kind of a scam, actually, because Brandon got hired on as the second employee out of the two of us. There's literally only the two of us working here. He got hired on, a couple weeks after I did, so I only beat him in seniority by 2 weeks. It's not even fair. Do people ever jump into the ocean? That depends. Is this on record or off record? Because I'm off the clock. That's cool, but we're kind of streaming this to YouTube, so everybody's gonna know. I don't mind being honest with you, but I just want to be straight about, off clock means off record. All right, well, tell you what, people jump into the ocean always, constantly. If there were people here that weren't you folks and me, there'd be people jumping into the ocean. Oh, fuck. Well, one of you's jumped into the ocean to prove me wrong. So, all right. People are literally always jumping into the ocean from here. In fact, I could show you if you want to come this way real quick. I said if you want to come this way. Come on. Here, I'll help you. If you want to come this way real quick. One of the favorite spots to jump from, is basically anywhere around here, where this railing is. Prime jump into the ocean energy. Not energy. Prime real estate for ocean jumping. The second favorite place to jump from? What's up on the crane? I'd take you up there, but it's after hours, man. I'm not trying to spend more time out of the rig. Come through for another class trip. I'm trying to do something else. You guys are welcome to come with me. I'm trying to go elsewhere, you know. Like, yeah, I work here, and, you know, I like showing people around, but shit, dude, I do it every week. So, like, or every other week, I should say, for offshore. So, trying to do something else. There's no escape. I keep jumping off and end up back on the rig, says Autumn Branches. Well, I'll tell you another little secret. Not only do people jump off into the ocean, they always come back. Because we're in the Bermuda Triangle. Nobody's ever been able to place us before, but we've been like kind of secret about where the oil rig is, but Hibernia SE is located in the Bermuda Triangle, which you could not tell from looking around. You know, it's just, how are you gonna tell where you're at? You're on a rig, you're in the ocean, man. Everywhere you look like this. You look like that. Whole lot of nothing. When do the rig workers go after the shift? Where do they go? We actually have an accommodation rig, or rather an accommodation portion of the rig. It's actually behind there. Some folks like to try and get in it, but since we run raves here, and if there's one thing about music people you need to know, it's that they like to go and do things that they're not supposed to. So when you put up a sign that says employees only, damn well they try to go in there. So I ain't going to show you exactly where it is, but yeah, we sleep on the rig most months out of the year, and then while we're here, because you can't just go like back and forth to the mainland. It's too expensive to do that. It's also a long helicopter ride doing that, for what that's worth. You kind of wouldn't want to do that like weekly. So yeah, deep lore, what are you talking about? I'm just telling you about my life. This is what it's like. Merino sheep girl Clyde machine working on the oil rig. This is the normal. This is just my everyday stuff. You guys think this is a interesting tidbit, slice of life of somebody else's experience? Well, that's cool and all, but yeah, this is my daily, man. If you guys want it, you can fucking have it. I'm trying to do something else. I'm trying to be a farmer. I want to get a hoe and hoes are used like a pulling motion to plant crops. You don't push with a hoe. I mean, I guess you could, but people are going to be looking at you a little funny, being like, something wrong with that dude. All right. Enough of this bullshit. We're going to go through a little special something. I know a way to get out of here that doesn't involve a helicopter. But you can't tell nobody. A real hoe will let you use the bow. Holy shit. Y'all need to watch how you speak. You kiss your mother with that mouth? All right. Let me look. Pay no mind to these sounds. It's going to sound like I'm in VRChat or something. Actually, we're not in VRChat just yet. Right now, we are, we're jumping into the Wired. So you are looking at a live view of me on the rig. I actually haven't picked the first location we're going to transition into, but bear with me. It'll be a pleasant surprise for you. Let's see. I got one option, but it's a little cold. Are you guys looking for cold or nah? You want to freeze? Because you can. Oh, a few of these I actually haven't seen in a minute. This would be good. Actually, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys this one because this one's my favorite ones. But it's not. It's been done. People have seen it for sure. But that's okay. The only requirements for this activity is that I show you guys a good time, an adventure, you might say. So here's the deal. I'm going to do the little sneaky. There is a secret way off the rig, but I can't show it to you guys because it's employees only, just like the accommodation portion of the platform. So I'm going to wave goodbye for a second. Bye. Bye. I'll be back. Oh, wait. It's not letting me go through. What the hell? Oh my God. Something's gone wrong. Oh no. Oh no. What? Why is it like this? What the hell? Well, I guess that one just wasn't meant to be. Hold on. Let's try this. Let's try this way, actually. All right. Does your sweater count as a high visibility work vest? Yeah. White clothing reflects all light, so yeah, the only way it could be more high visibility would be if it was mirrors. Like literally me wearing mirrors. All right, everybody, looks like we finally landed in the new location. We got off the rig. I brought you to what I like to call Bloomland because the bloom is turned up so bright. When you're on the rig and, you know, it gets dark out there, man. It gets dark, it gets spooky. Sometimes you just want something like cozy and chill, you know? Something that warms you up. Something that makes you think of summer. So, I bring you to this little abode. And also twist around the camera in such a way that you're going to barf. Alright, let me put it up like this so that I can walk through it and hopefully not have it go crazy. Yeah. See the little setup over here? Real chill, real chill. Oh, pardon my hand popping into the camera. You'll see that sometimes. It's okay. Ain't no problem. I don't know who these people are. They're just posted up in one of my many houses. Bricker, oh, what's up? Welcome in. You have joined us for our first world. I think a lot of you have seen this. This is Yayoi Summer Days. One of the things I love about it is that there's a night counterpart world. It's not like a setting in the world that you can change to set it to nighttime. It's literally a whole separate world. So we're going to take a look at both. Give me 1 second to move one of my windows around. That way I can see the whole world along with you. I have like all of my windows like layered up so that things are covering up other things. Yeah, this one's classic, absolutely. I had this one as my home world for a very, very long time. Because there's just something about the summer. I just gotta have the summer, you know? Sometimes in the middle of winter, I want to come to a world like this and just be like, I remember what it was like summer days, you know? I like to feel the heat. All right, let's look around. This world brings me back. Yeah, Autumn, I feel it. I think the last time I like really heavily used this world might have been not 1 year ago, but 2 years ago, which would have been like the start of my VR career, if you will. Like first time I ever got a headset and went from desktop-y to half body. This was one of the worlds that I would like try to immerse myself in. One of the worlds that kind of convinced me to get full body and get the index. I never went to this world, but I saw it a lot in VRC content videos. Yeah, I can see why. I actually had this funny idea. I wanted to do this thing. Let me show you how I wanted to set this up. A long time ago. And I mean long. I mean like long, man. Long time ago. I wanted to do a little DJ set where, if I play space up a little bit to put the camera here. Basically what I wanted to do was have reset play space. I wanted to, can you hear me just fine? I'm kidding. What I wanted to do was basically have like some kind of like DJ setup right here, like decks facing out, and then I would have like a camera panning around the world to see the performance that I was giving. And I was kind of like inspired to do that once when I saw this one DJ who is like, I don't know, it was like the start of summer, it was all festival season, and he was just doing, like a house set to like warm people up to being like, oh yeah, you're going to festivals and shit. Like this is what you can listen to when you're like on the flight over kind of thing. Or, just to build your anticipation for shows. And there was something about like, there's this one little bit where like he was just doing it out of his hotel room. And then when he got to the last song and got to the last notes, he literally just like turned around, walked over to a window and, just like looked out over the beach that he was in front of. And then like a seagull flew by and it was like so perfectly timed that he was just like, yay. And he like gave a peace sign to the bird. And, for some reason, like just that one little moment in that, otherwise like pretty basic, like DJ plays a mix to a camera and then puts it up on YouTube video, inspired me to be like, oh, what if I did like a very like summery themed mix? It would be like an offline mix, right? It wouldn't be live, but it would literally it be exactly that same energy where it's like starting you off on warming you up for the summer and getting you excited, building your anticipation or mirroring it if you already have it for shows. And I was like, man, that'd be so cool. That was actually back when I was still a skelly that I wanted to do this. But back in those days, the flying camera controls weren't in VRChat, so you had to use VRC lens. And I didn't have any familiarity with like doing 3D work or anything and uploading through Unity and all that. I didn't actually like work on my own avatars back then. Even now, technically, I don't. I just throw an accessory on, call it good. But the idea was like, it was exceptionally hard to plan because I wanted to have cameras panning around, like camera angles panning around. So I wanted it to like look really nice. And then I also wanted there to be decks. Well, a couple problems with that. Obviously, I haven't created this world, so I don't have a means of adding that into the world itself. Could always talk with the world creator, but I never got that far. Other folks have been able to do that with avatars, where they have, like, literally the avatar is DJ decks, and they could post up in, literally just, like, pretend. Just have to have, like, an offline account, or, like a desktop account that just holds still as the DJ decks and just pretend, right? But back then, there weren't any avatars that modeled DJ decks. So, like, now these things that we take for granted today, like, oh, yeah, we got, like, the Mimi DJ decks. We got several different flavors of those as avatars. Yeah, we didn't have that back in the day. So, this could be a thing. However, we're in the throes of summer now. So, I'm like, okay, well, I could record it now, but then I'd have to like sit on that mix until the next year, or at least post it up like out of season, I guess, because the intent was that I would post that at the very end of spring. Well, I missed too much of the chat. Chimp says, I remember this world. And Justin, yo, what's up? How you doing? Woodgrave says you could put it on your Avi with a world constraint. Yeah, so like you could have like DJ decks as a accessory, basically, like something you can plant into the world. See, these are things that we didn't have back then, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I wasn't like super up on what things were possible back then, at least not in a macro sense. But now there's opportunities that we didn't have before. Speaking of which, let me make use of the flying controls. I'll give you guys a quick look around the buildings. I used to try and get up on some of these, and there was one, I think this one here, I want to say you can actually get up on top of. So I'm going to grab the camera back. Let me bring it back to me. Come here, drone. What do you mean it's not funny to make airplane sounds? Fuck you. We survived a bear encounter. It was fun. Hey man, we don't tell nobody about the bear encounter. It's still spring. You still got time. It's definitely not spring. Get off my lawn. It is not spring. June is not springtime. Y'all being goofy if you think that's true. Alright, so I'm coming up to this building. I'm trying to remind myself of how you get up. Bear with me. I'll remember it. I'll find it. I remember this being empty. Ooh. I know there's a way to get up on this one. Airplane sounds are great. Okay, thank you for patronizing my childish airplanes. Man, this is something I never got to do whenever I first got full body, was to just like sit up here on the roof. Something I always wanted to do as a kid, and like friends at school that I would get jealous of for like having houses with multiple stories, and you know, having their window placement such that they could get up onto the roof. I never got to get on a roof as a kid, and I felt like, oh, hi Sky Whale, what up Second Sky? Shout out Border Bobinson and Second Sky and Slyfest, because whales. I never got to sit on no roofs, and I always wanted to sit on a roof and just look out of the world and be like, someday, Simba, this will all be yours. Except I would be saying it by myself. I'd be like, someday, Clyde, this might be kind of, you know, yours for the using, but you can't own it because somebody else will probably own it, you know, because that's how land works. Land. One never truly owns land. Let's be honest. Okay, so I noticed this little thingy back here, this little teleporter. What do you say we find out what happens if you go like this? What if we go like this? What if I dab and back up into it? I backed into it and then backed out of it. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's try it again. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. You have to stop backing up because it places you in front of it. All right, we made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. Woo! More rooftops for us to get on. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Wait, here. You guys can go a lot higher than I can. Okay, go up, little drone. You can do it. I believe in you. Wait. Look down. Yeah. Okay. Alright, look around. What do you see? What do you see? Telephone poles, transformer towers, a Torii, I think is what those are called. That thing with the flags on it. I don't know what that is, but I like that. It's kind of nice. The little buildings, they're so desolate because they're too far apart. They're all empty, and there's no signs of life in them. Just this little house here. That one's got all the interesting stuff in it, and that's it. It's got the water gun. It's got the Yabisu can from Evangelion. The rugs on the back and all that. Yeah. Bear with me, but yo. Hold on. Why don't you come back to me so that I can give you that look. I'm gonna give you a look because that was too punny. Bruh. Okay. What else did I miss in the chat? Did I see Honkai in the thumbnail? No, actually. The only things that I put in the thumbnail were Shark Hut, which I can show you folks. For some reason, I feel like I showed that once. If I did, it would have been on the very first stream that we did, but I don't think that's the case. I might be mistaken there. Oh, I never saw the teleporter there. What the fuck? Yeah, it's the only thing of its kind in the world that I'm aware of. Shake my head. Summer starts June 21st. Man, in what hemisphere of the globe? Is it not hot as hell where you're at? Come on, man. You can't tell me that shit's not. You can't tell me that shit ain't summer. Summer starts, in my book, summer starts on Memorial Day in the U.S. And by starts, I don't mean literally like that's the first day. It's like when you become aware that Memorial Day is coming up, that's when summer has started, because then you're basically like, oh, it's the first like long weekend, but you know, you can have a quick vacation kind of thing for that weekend or whatever, like, because then your family always wants to come out to woodwork and hang out and stuff, or at least that was the case for me. All the other sheep folk wanted to come and hang out. Maybe just sheep during the summertime like to do that sort of thing, but nope, it's 60 right now. 60 Celsius is hot, my guy. I know you're talking Fahrenheit. All right, fuck it. Let's go back to the night version of the world. Let's go. No dab this time. Just we're gonna tiptoe into the teleporter. Watch. Oh! We made it. All right, I'm gonna drop the little pizzity portal over there. Last time that didn't work out so good, but pray for me. It'll work this time, I swear. Drop portal. Anyone can enter. Let's see if I can enter. Yeah. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. I'm strangling you next time I see you. You'll never see me again then. I'm just going to be the best at hiding. The best sheep. The best sheep at hiding. Hide and seek champion 2023. That'll be me. Just because you said that. I'll be hiding in the shadows in a world like this. I'll be so chill. I'll be so quiet. I won't move. I won't let on where I'm at. You're gonna have to put on the night vision goggles. You ain't never gonna find me. Come on, let's go look at the world. Jim says, well, only I can strangle him. Hey! I didn't know I had this face. I'm just gonna keep this up. Oh, it's just the Angie face. Here. No strangling. I'm just a sheep. You can shear me if you want. I got a lot of extra, you know. I got a lot. So, what do we got? What do we got here? Kinky. No. Y'all need to chill out in the chat. I'm going to beat your heads in with sponges. I'm going to take a sponge. I'm going to wet it with water and go and be like, calm down. You need to cool off. You know, my kitty, she gets, especially during the summer, like right now, sometimes she'll get really warm. Like it'll be apparent when she's not comfortable with how hot the house is, like if I need to turn up the AC, because her head, like the top of her head and her ears kind of get like noticeably warm to the touch, and I call that her being hothead, because she'll like her head will like in addition to her feeling just physically warmer, she'll also kind of act a little bit agitated, kind of like if ever you've had a head cold or whatever, like your neck and your ears and just kind of overall like your face is just like really warm and you're just like really irritable. You know, when that unfortunately happens to people, like that's what I call, you know, hot-headedness, because you're like, you know, prone to, you know, not being yourself and just being agitated. And I tell her that that's what she gets. That's so I'm imagining when I say that if I'm gonna cool you guys off, I'm imagining like in her case, if she was acting like you guys are right now, I would tell her that she's being hothead, and then I would take a sponge and I would just dip it in the water and go on her little head and be like, you need to cool off, you're hothead right now. So you guys are being hothead, y'all need to knock that off. Look at these lanterns. What do you think they mean? What are they for, do you think? I'm gonna I'm trying to hide the fact that I'm trying to read chat, which is over here, but also the view that you guys want is probably this one over here. So I keep turning around and moving the camera like, yeah, I'm showing you guys the world. Yeah. Oh, by the way, here's this message in chat that I didn't see. Would you rather be reincarnated as a panda, Komodo dragon, or... Oh. I do not wish to be reincarnated. Chimp, I had the butterfly knife in the shop the other day. Man, y'all talk about some games. I have Fishy Classic. Is the night market out right now? Is it? Wait, night market is something in... Is that in Valorant or is that something in VRChat? Because I would love to see a night market in VRChat. I actually, Chimp, you and me saw a night market once in a, not like an active event, but we saw a world that was like modeled after like, you know, a portion of a city that has a night market going on. I want so bad, yeah, but it's actually down right now. No, I want skin. Y'all talk about skins in the chat. Talk about my skin. Would you have a sheep skin for Valorant? Like, what's something that you can have a skin for that isn't a gun? A knife, I know, like those are things, you know. What if you had like a horn skin, one of these? Make sure I don't put my face into the wall. What if you had one of these, but as a knife? And then you had like another knife, but it was the right horn instead of the left one. That's some real skin kind of thing. Valorant Makers, ValorantMakers.com. You guys need to get on that. I'll give that to you for free, no royalties, nothing. You can have Merino Horn, Clyde branded knives. Although the person who invented the Merino avatar might want royalties, so I can't speak on their behalf. You prefer lightning hands, laser eyes, or fire breathing? Wow, you're asking real good questions today. Let me think. Lightning hands, laser eyes, or fire breathing? I hate being cold, so fire breathing would probably be most useful. Laser eyes, I feel like I would basically just have to start a villain arc of some kind, because that's a weapon, let's be honest. Like, you're never going to use that outside of like construction applications, threatening people with it, being like, I will laserize your favorite toy if you don't give me the hot chips. You know, I'm not trying to be like that all the time. Fire breathing you could use. Lightning hands, I'm a little like, are we talking like and then you like make lightning? Like, I'm kind of feeling that's basically the same thing as the laser eyes. Like, you have to be constantly trying to use a weapon, basically. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be like that, though. But fire breathing, you can make sure that people are warm for the rest of their life. Hey, daddy. Hey, yo, sussy. Ooh. Oh, my God. You know, I miss the days when people used to just call me baby girl. Why don't you call just drop BBGs in the chat. Hot chip behavior for real. Yeah, actually. Alright, let me give you folks 2 looks into the world. I'm going to give you one that you saw before and one that's a little bit new. So we're going to go up onto the roof in a second, but I want to bring a buddy up there. Also, I'll be honest. Here, let me step over here so I don't trip over nothing. I'll be honest, I'm actually really warm, so I'm going to hang out in front of the fan. Real anime girl moment. Finally, actually, in my VTuber arc, I'll be like, so guys, where are we going next? Do you want to go hot tub? I have to get in my swimsuit for that, though. You guys don't want to see that. Oh! The fucking lantern's like, hey, don't get distracted. You got stuff to do. This fan is sending me there right now, though. I'm so happy. This is what the summer vibe is all about. Sitting in front of a fan. It's not totally cooling you off. It's like just a little bit, you know, or even like AC, you know. Like, it's kind of working, but not totally working. Not gonna lie, I actually fell asleep earlier. I ate lunch really late today. And then I kind of had one of those like, oh, I got no energy kind of moments. And I went and laid down. And I was asleep for like 15 minutes. It was the shortest, least restful nap I've had in years. It was pretty bad. Alright. I didn't actually come here to show you folks a fan or me sitting in front of it. I wanted to show you these guys. Look at this. Look. Who are they? I used to love playing with these because I would load. Oh, oops. Anyway, you didn't see that. Shit. It's gone horribly. I just wanted to show what they could do, man. I used to load into these. I think the Daytime World has these too. But I would load in, and I would like go and place these over on the ledge over there, and I would sit with these guys and with the fan and like have friends come by, and we would just like chat and hang out. And it was just like super chill time. It was obviously when we weren't doing like event stuff or like had activities planned. It was literally just, let's just hang out and see what's up, you know? And then we would just have these little guys hanging out because it was like something to play with when you're like deep in a conversation. You just grab it and you're just kind of like, or maybe that was just me. Anyway, we're taking these both upstairs. Let's go. You guys want to name the cats? The cat plushes. We're not going to go up to the other building. We're just going to stay back here where the rugs are. And I got an idea, actually. I'm gonna set this up. You guys gonna load this. Oh! My desk is right there. How many injuries have you guys had from VR related accidents? I've had several. I think I've had like 6. 6 actual accidents of like punching a wall and like your hands really hurting, or like you actually like broke skin kind of hurt. Let me see. I'm gonna keep you guys here. No, I need to move you because you can't see both the kitties. You can only see one. Yeah, that should be good. And then what I'll do is I'll put my butt in the camera. Sorry. Okay. Don't look. Man, if you love immersion, holler it out in the chat. Hold on. Speaking of which, I haven't been able to look at the chat in a second because I wanted to set up the shot. Oh my god, I can't, man. I can't. There we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this stream. You're seeing my first ever full body VR stream. Obviously, a bunch of you guys know me from doing VRChat and VRChat for music related things, but first time doing full body VTube stream. I'm figuring all this stuff out. The stream schedule, I feel like, has gone pretty well so far, in terms of like just my ability to actually like stick to it and get it started. Like we did Forza on Monday. Tuesday I took that for kind of a maintenance day, getting a bunch of stuff sorted out offline, some of which was for future streams. So things are, I would say that the time is being spent well, but most importantly, like I'm not finding myself like, oh, I need to like change the schedule already, you know, I need to switch it to something else, which was kind of what I was afraid of, was like, oh, I might not stick to it. I'll set a schedule and then not actually follow it, in which case people will be like, well, what the fuck is this guy doing? Alright, let me see. There's a world I want to make based off of a render my friend made of a scenery in Vietnam that gives off night market vibes. Ooh. Make that happen, and we'll demo it right here, and we'll show people how the vendors work in the night market. You can simulate being a vendor in the night market. I'll buy stuff from you, and then I'll be a vendor, and you can buy stuff from me. No injuries sound like a skill issue. You fucking what, mate? I'll fucking tell you what. My fucking uncle just did jail, and he's gonna come around and break your fucking knees, you daft cunt. Just kidding. Only real ones know where that quote came from. My extremely shitty British accent coming out to deliver that line. How's the stream setup working for you? You tell me, buddy. Is it solid? I'm actually, like I said, this is the first time that we're doing a full body VR stream, and I'm really happy that it's working out pretty well. If only for making sure that there weren't any tech issues with it, because the last couple events that I've played, I've had some strange tech issues that I haven't had happen in almost years at this point, from VRChat making incredibly helpful updates with a lot of the performance of the game, so that even when people come through with very heavy performance heavy avatars in terms of requiring a lot of your computer to process them and load them in, even with that Wild West status that it still has, in terms of people can just make whatever they like and bring it through to events, and there's very little one can do about it aside from kicking people out. Things are overall really good, but in recent history, I've kind of gone back to 2 years ago regression of I'll be performing and all of a sudden I'll just start dropping frames like crazy, and then I'll be like, oh my god, I have to sort this out while I'm trying to perform live, and then I hit the button on the index controller to go AFK so that I can go sort that out, and then it completely freezes up, and I'm like, what the hell is going on with my computer? There's no reason it should be doing this. The only things it's doing is streaming and playing VRChat, and then it has Discord open in the background. That is it. It shouldn't be chugging from doing that. I've got all the graphics settings cranked down, all that, all the usual jazz. I've given a lot of performances, so I know the very basics of what one should do, as well as some of the the little gotchas here and there of things you got to watch out for. Your safety settings, obviously, you got to turn those up really high, even when you don't think you need to. You really need to. Still have issues from time to time. I actually crashed out of the last performance I was giving for Meowski's birthday. Shout out to the homie. Turned out to be a great performance because the stream was still alive and I was able to come right back pretty quickly. It was just had to restart my VR stack, but the OBS stream was still fine, so the music was there. People were still vibing, so thankfully that kind of saved it. But thankfully the VTube and streams have been okay. So I was a little worried about the one for today, even though we haven't been into any instances with people in them, because I just wanted to focus on the worlds today and just chatting. And also, I don't trust public lobbies to not do some stupid shit on the stream. I think it's going pretty well as far as the tech setup goes, and now it's just a matter of figuring out what you guys enjoy most and seeing what we can do to make the streams a good time. So far, I've kind of leaned into the idea that a lot of these are going to be background noise while you're working on something else kind of streams, because that's how I like to use streams. The times that I use them is literally just have something on to keep some noise in the house kind of thing while I'm busy with something. So I'd say that this is going as well as I'd hoped. Certainly, there's a best case scenario and there's a worst case scenario. This is pretty much on the best case scenario side of the spectrum there, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, can I open the Steam VR overlay without freezing for 15 seconds? Oof. Weebs, I hear that. That is the struggle. You and me are on the struggle bus. Are you up in one of the front seats on the struggle bus, or are you in the back? Because you know how we do. I go all the way to the back, and that's where the struggle will really happen. Hashtag free Clyde. Emo Wolfcon, welcome in. Hashtag free Clyde. Hey everybody, my name's Clyde. Did you know that if your name is Clyde and you want to use Discord, you're not allowed? Don't believe me? Think I'm making a joke? Give it a try. I'm not recreating that whole video. Real ones know though. All right. I just did a big ol' haha. Both of my index controllers are low battery already. I forgot to charge them yesterday. Whoopsie. Well, let's play with this real quick before I gotta plug them in. Hey, who's thirsty? Cause we're about to drink this. You don't even have to boil it. It's literally like, it's just a dewdrop. It's pure. You know. Oh, I dropped it. Now it's not pure. This shit dirty right now. This was touching my feet. You go and you'll be like, oh, I'm tasting dirt, bro. Where'd that dirt come from? I'd be like, I don't know where I walked today, but somewhere. All right. This is ooh, the camera gets all crazy. Oh shit! Hold up. I'm gonna go down like this. Ooh. It's just a globule of water, you know. Hydration is hot. Not if you don't heat the water. You have to chill it first, and then it's not hot. Literally 1984. Alright, I'm putting this back in the bucket. I'm going to plug in the controllers, and then we're going to go to the next world. Which, funny enough, one of you folks so kindly suggested on the Twitter. I'm going to scoot over here real quick. Pay no mind that I'm kind of like floating out of the out of the chair to get over to where the charger cables are. I think what I might do actually is just stand up and just walk it over. The cables are long enough that we can keep rolling even while we're standing up. So, what'd you guys eat for dinner? Because normally I'm looking for suggestions when I ask that, but I actually have a salad, like a really well done salad for dinner, which I know, it sounds bad. It's just like, oh, come on, a salad for dinner, really? But I've been eating pretty hearty lately, and today I was like, dude, I just want like something light with a lot of veggies, a lot of flavor to it, and this place that I go with the salads hits the mark. Absolutely hits the mark on those. So I was kind of like, that's the move for today. There's no way we don't. Got to get us a salad sometimes. How you feel about salads? With meats in them, you know. I don't do vegetarian dishes except on exceptionally rare occasions. Big on the meat eating. Globule, very good word. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's what it is. I mean, look at it. It's not a globe. It's smaller than that. It's hold on, going the wrong way. It's not a globe. It's a globule. You know, it's like a glob, but it makes me think. For those folks who have played Final Fantasy X and remember Blitzball. That's what it reminds me of. Except, like, that would be the whole... Oh, it fell out the bucket. Bye. That would be the whole water sphere. That like, the whole playing field. That wouldn't be the ball. The Blitzball itself would be very different. Now I'm kind of curious if there's a Blitzball world, so I'm going to search up one. Blitzball. You said... You play Blitzball? You should go to Luca. Alright, there's literally no hits for Blitzball on VRChat. What is wrong with the world? What the fuck? Crushing on my hopes and dreams, man. Alright, we need a Blitzball world, actually. Can we do that and then have a tournament so I can wreck you guys? Yeah, shameful, 100%. Wait a minute, you got chicken parmesan with pasta? If only I like pasta. Roasted! I used to be a big fan of pasta. Fettuccine Alfredo was my favorite dish for many years, but I just kind of like lost the taste for it. Not really sure what happened there. It was just kind of a... Like, there's nothing wrong with the dish at all. There's nothing wrong with pasta in general. But I got really picky. Alright, so I've got 3 options here. Thank you, Brickero, for recommending these. I'm excited for these, especially knowing that the first one is literally called Just Sort Algorithm. We're about to get into some mathy shit. I don't know why that's appealing to me, but I'm what you might call a very cerebral sheep. A very thinking kind of sheep girl. Alright, let me switch this to a invite. And then create, and then invite. Oh, it won't let me because I'm on red. Here, if anybody sees me on VRChat going off of Do Not Disturb, no you didn't. Do not send me anything. Alright, let me invite me. There it goes. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Jim says they found out what my lag is. What did you find? Is it something stupid, or is it something like, oh, I would have never thought of that kind of thing? Or is it just something that was like running in the background that you're like, oh my god, I can't believe I still had that on the computer. I will open your heart back up to pasta. Well, thank you. I feel weirdly threatened. I went from like 50% uncomfortable to 60% uncomfortable. Thank you for that. All right, let's look at the. Oh my god, this is literally a math world. Let's get into it. Let's get familiar. Okay, so literally, we're going to apparently pick our. All right, so there's some technical language in there, but we're going to, I guess, pick a data set. And then we're going to run through a sorting algorithm on it. And my hope is that this is not just a visualization, that it's also audio, because people put a lot of these sorting algorithm videos on YouTube with like little, like they'll basically make a sound every time it touches a bit of data. And then whenever the sort is complete, it should be basically an ascending scale. So it sounds comical, to say the least. Here, I'm going to put the camera over here so that we can see, hopefully, the menu, the data itself, and me. All right, let's go pick one. So we've got different types of sorts. A fuck ton of these I've never heard of. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at, but I'm going to switch this to an interesting data set, because linear is literally, as you see, it's just going up. It's not that, what's cube curve? Shuffle style randomized, sure. All right, let's just pick bubble sort. This one's going to be, oh god. It's making the sounds, and it is scary, boy. What the hell? Hold on. You guys got to come with me. Come on. Alright, I'm going to run through that again because that was, boom, 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 boom. That bass tone, holy shit, that's killing me. Here, I'm gonna try and put the camera back here, actually. See if we can, like, just barely get, maybe I'll put it up, actually, because I want to show you folks the data set, and then I'll call out what the algorithm is that's being used, and hopefully that'll be the best view that we can get. Okay, that's going to have to do. Oh, I see there's pens here. There's pens, hold on. Got him. Roasted. All right, what's the cocktail shaker algorithm? Oh, it's bubble sort, but back and forth? Okay, that's a very interesting one. I can't imagine that's terribly efficient. I imagine that it's literally as efficient as bubble sort. What is selection? Wait, I hear the sounds, but oh. Bro, what is it doing? What is it doing? What? Oh, okay then. All right, I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna jump to LSD Radix because I saw that was mentioned in the chat for being an interesting one. Oh my God! There's extra things. Look! There's extra things up here. What the hell is this? Wait, I'm running through that again. What the fuck was that? It's so scary. Guys, I don't know what that was. It was scary, that's all. Alright, next up we're gonna do merge sort. Merge sort I actually recognize and I like this one. So we start with random and then we've got look at that, like it basically just like makes these little like pockets. Because it just cuts the data set in half and then it cuts that in half and it cuts that in half, etc., etc. And it literally just recurses all the way down, and then whenever you come back up, everything is sorted, but you make like little pockets of it. I'm gonna run it a second time because I like watching it. It's an interesting one. Alright, last one I'm gonna do, I think. Last one of the ones that I know is quick sort. That one's a really popular one. Let's watch. I don't remember it very well as far as like what makes it interesting. It's just really efficient. Cool, sick. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but that was dope. All right, I'm gonna do gravity simulate. What is this? So it starts random, and then what? What is that? What is? How? What? 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 The gravity sort is impressive, but extremely heavy on a processor. Is it really? I kind of wanna look at it. Nugent, I'm so confused. These are sorting algorithms. These are visualizations of sorting data, which, if you're not familiar, is a really common problem in like computer science stuff, because a lot of times what you're dealing with is like you have to sort data. You don't know how bad it's out of order, you know, and you need to figure out an algorithm that's going to work for exceptionally bad cases. Like if I was to hit this again, let's hit the gravity simulate one. Or actually no, just for visualization purposes, I'm going to switch it back to bubble sort. This is random data, right? It's pretty bad off. So basically this is going through, bubble sort is going to be, you're comparing every item in a list, you're going to compare it with what's next to it, and then whichever one is higher or lower, you're going to put those in order. And then you just keep doing that for every item in the list and until it gets to a point where there are no more items for it to compare against, and it is either higher or lower than whatever is before and after it. Wikipedia is obviously going to do a much better explanation than what I can do on a VTube stream, but this is basically all the different common algorithms and probably some uncommon ones as well for like what it looks like when it's running through, and some of these just are super interesting to watch. I'm kind of curious to jump into the pancake sort. Let's hope it's an interesting one. Alright guys, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I wish I could venture a guess. I don't know what the fuck, bro. All I can tell you is that if I was a meteorologist, I'd be like this. I'd literally be like... Yeah, so today it looks like we're going to have some hot but low temperatures. Don't ask me how that works. And we're also going to have some cool but higher temperatures. We're going to have higher pressure systems. As you can see, if you go down this way, you've got higher pressure system, and then down here you have a lower pressure system. And what happens is, when you put those together, and then you smush them together, and you look at what happens in the middle, is that you get a baby. You get a baby pressure system. It's not as small as the one over here. It's not as big as the one over there, but it's a baby. Don't look, I have a suit. Hold on. We need to go into the suit. This is important. I must dress like I belong in front of a camera. Hey everybody. Welcome back to the Weather Channel with Clyde. What would be like a good sheep girl related pun that's also related to weather? This is the instead of the meteorology channel, this is the marinology channel. I'm just so good at being funny. I tell you what. Anyway, so lower pressure system over there, higher pressure system over here. But what do the colors mean? Everybody wants to know. When you go to a meteorology channel, you want to know. Well, here on marinology channel, we do not. Hold on, my tracker's very twisted. Here on the marinology channel, we're not about lying to you. Let me tell you. These pressure systems, no matter where they end up on this gradient, they're gay. Happy Pride Month, everybody. All right, I'm getting off the meteorology shtick, and we're gonna go back to normal marino activities, which aren't involving math. Sheep don't do math. I tell you what, sheep don't do math. Sheep don't do computer science. Sometimes they work on oil rigs. That's about all I got right now. Because let me tell you, if this ain't going to work, we got to go back to the fields. We got to go back to the pastures, and we got to keep making wool. And I don't know if you noticed, but I don't really got wool at the moment. So, Yeah, let me see what's happening. Where's my... I feel like my hip tracker's a little bit off, but I think one of my foot trackers is off too. Well, we go to the next world and then we sort it out, yeah? Here. What's the next one? What do we got here, huh? What do we got? What's this? Well, hold on. I gotta put this up so that you guys aren't looking up my nose while I'm picking the next one. All right. So we had just sort algorithm, which was a really neat one. I like that a lot. We have blowing morning. What is this? This looks like it might be a chill world. Let me see what the last one actually is. This one might be kind of on the same vibe. So let me switch to this one actually. This one's Exoplanet Journey. This is by Nico Star, looks like. Let me create and invite, and then we'll jump on over. Boom, 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 boom. How'd you guys like the math? Have you been to the theremin world? No. Funny thing, I actually hate theremins. I don't remember the name, but that one is so good. How is that good? You're gonna have to listen to me play one of the most annoying instruments. This world is honestly a great Pride Month world. Honestly, it really is, because it's like, oh, check this out. Imagine every one of these bars on the data set is a colorful person with their own journey, with their own fears, desires, wants, aspirations. And then it becomes like, it humanizes the data a little bit. But again, we're not doing math here. I'm a merino. I'm a sheep. You know what I do? Bah. Bah. Okay, I didn't say I was a dumb sheep. I don't have to do that, but I'm not doing maths, man. All right. I think I might have been mistaken. This looks like it might be a chill world. Look at that. Let's take a look real quick at what the world is laid out like before we look at the menu. There's a big old menu back there, and I have a feeling I know what's going to happen. That this is going to be very much an environment world, you know? So it looks like we're in a space pod of sorts, and we're just hanging out. This is a little conversation pit. I like it. All right, what's in here? What's this? What's this? It didn't do nothing. All right, well, we got the interesting view here. Let's go take a look at the menu back there. I'm going to try and put the camera up so it doesn't clip into my body again, because that can be very disorienting, especially considering I have a lot of hair, and that hair just like flips in and out of the camera if you let it. What do we got? Exoplanet journey. Okay. Interactive space with a fully animated journey to breathtaking exoplanet sceneries and a chill-out party mode. Equipped with a control panel for world owners, this experience is continuously developing. Stay tuned to explore new scenes and features. Very cool. Patreon stuff. Not advocating for anything that you see linked on this stream, by the way. I'm just popping into these worlds, so I don't know these folks. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're wonderful people. But what do you say we get into... Ooh, I might comment on the music though. Not the artist, of course. I'm not familiar with the artist, but the music is incredibly fitting. Very well done there. So we have the master, who is Clyde, in case you didn't know. That's me! Ah! Sorry. Pull that zoom back a little bit. So we have audio link, ambient music, spaceship style, original, clean and simple. Under construction is cozy. I want to use the cozy one, but of course you click it and it doesn't react because, you know, under construction. Here, I'm going to pull up the camera a little bit so you guys can see that view while I interact with the menu, and then you guys help pick which ones we use. Or which one we use, I guess. We'll hang out for a minute and probably chat, you know. I'll tell you a couple of stories. I'm in the storytelling mode all of a sudden. So we will do a little bit of time here. Alright, so we have, looks like several views of different celestial bodies, including one that isn't a celestial body, which is literally just empty space. Ooh, I never looked at the floor in VR. I love the Cubert pattern. Yeah, it's interesting because the pattern here on the carpet where I'm standing, I'm not going to move the camera just so it doesn't like mess me up, but the floor in the conversation pit is actually different. It's definitely that like a isometric cube looking pattern, and then there's this, which is like, this one's different. It's just like squiggly lines basically, but this one's kind of neat. Like there's a certain little, like, at a certain angle it looks like diamonds in the floor, but when you look up close it's literally just like two colors. It's very clever. So we have some very lonely looking ones, but look at this. Wait, let me switch over my OBS so I can actually watch it with you guys. I want to see it along with you. Watch this. Oh, it's Ocean Night, and it has different music with it. Let me switch it to Ocean Day. Don't get blinded. Oh, okay. So yeah, it has different music for each one. Let's go underwater real quick. Oh! Oh my God! It's actually moving. I don't think you guys can see it from where you're at. Hold on. Come. Let me see if I face this way for you guys. Take a look. The ship is actually like cruising over it. Oh, well, hold on. I'm messing things up. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh. Look at that. That's so tight. This is such a cozy, like, I don't know. It's cool. Here, where's the camera? It's over here. It's so cozy. It's so cute. It's so cozy. So cute, so cozy. Here, let me switch over my I covered up the chat, so now I can't see it. Ooh. Grab your shoulder. I think there should be a jetpack. There's a jetpack in this world? Hold on, now I gotta pull the cables out the controllers again. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's something back here. Oh yeah. It's one of the things where you grab the trigger and then you just pull it in the direction that you want to go and you just start floating. How cool is that? I'll be floating, man. I tell you what, I'll be floating. Here, let me pull the view over here so I can meths. I said maths, not mess. Come on, bro. Like Treehouse in the Shade in space. It basically is, isn't it? Here, let's go back to the menu. I want to look at the other options that we have. Because, dude, this is actually really cool. This is such a good suggestion. Thank you for linking this. This is so good. I want to try and get the view both out like that back way, you know? And then also off the side here. Because I think some of the interesting stuff is off the side and off the back. Alright, so next up is going to be... Actually, let me come back to the first planet. I skipped over the first planet. That would be Proxima B. Let's go in orbit real quick. Okay, so that's where we started, right? Oh, no. It was just doing the effect. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna be... Oh, so we're coming into the planet. Man, that's something else. That's really cool. So we're just like gonna hang out in orbit. It's a little space filmy though, so I'm gonna change it to a little bit more of like an environment rather than like we're just out in space. Be very picky. Not looking for a I'm in orbit kind of view. Look at that, look at that. That's like space desert, actual space desert. I think something like this would be really cool if you could do your own custom music, because this kind of sound with this view is too lonely for me. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's something that they would be paying attention to whenever they have the spaceship being the cozy build instead of the original build, where this one's clean and simple, right? And then the cozy one that's under construction, I wonder if they're going to have like specifically music that's meant to like give you more like cozy vibe, more comfortable vibe, rather than, yeah, we're in space and it's a little like desolate and stuff. Like, I'm not trying to be sad every time I come to a world like this, and this sort of thing is like, I can kind of feel like it would start weighing on my mood, you know what I mean? There might be a video player now, or maybe that's the cozy update plan. I do see a couple of things like really far off into the corners there. We'll take a look in a second. Let me find a environment that I really like. Like, this is very Kerbal Space Program to me, and that's a really good thing. Like, this is like, oof. We'll see what the music does. Hopefully it's not going to be like spooky, you know. We'll keep it here for a second. Let's go take a look around the rest of the world and find out if there's stuff for us to interact with, like a video player. That way we can bring our own tunes. If not all mic spam, I don't mind popping up in a world like this mic spam. No video player, no problem. Alright, so we got the all-important VRC add-on. The mirror, gotta have one of these. What's this? What's this? What's this? Oh, they're little sit pods. I don't know what you'd call those. And of course they have mirrors too. Just don't fall off. What if you tried falling off? What would happen? You can't fall off. There's a glass floor. I love it. That's awesome. All right, let's go forward some more and see if there's a video player over there, because I'm seeing something that looks like it might be video player. We already found the credits. We already found the mirror controls. It's about all that's left, right? All right, so we got the audio link tablet. Although the ambient music is like, it's not going to trigger it. What if I do like this? Literally pull everything down. Crank it. Alright, well, I don't see nothing happening there. What's this? Flight Tool 2? Wait. Oh, I just noticed the text isn't showing up on the camera, so I'll have to read it off to you. There's a Flight Tool, which is, if you're in VR, you grab behind your head. That's the thing that we interacted with earlier. And then Flight Tool 2 looks to be something you can pick up. Some kind of a... I don't even know what you call this thing. What is this? Oh, you click it and it goes... Beep, 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 beep. Ow! Oh my god, I'm really sending myself right now. Wait, what if I go like this? What if I do this? What if I go like... Oh! Wait, I think I might have just found an edge to the glass. Oh yeah. There's like a curved glass thing at the front of the spaceship. That's what we're inside. I thought it was just like, meh. God, I love Kerbal. This one reminds me of the music when you first hit orbit. Yeah, or orbit. Actually, the first time you ever hit orbit and your heart is just so light because you're like, I did it. Man, those were the days when I first did that. I haven't played in a long time. I'm definitely going to do a Kerbal stream at some point on here. And not Kerbal's 2. I never played that one, but I had a buddy who, or have a buddy, I should say, who introduced me to Kerbals originally and got me, up to speed with it. And, so I could actually like fly places and do things and not have to like constantly look at tutorials, just taught me how to work it, basics of aerospace engineering, and I relied on him for like the gauge of, if I hear from him that it's a good game without my having to ask about it, then I know it's good. And when KSP2 came out, I asked him about it and he was like, yeah, launch problems. And then I never heard about it ever again from him or anybody else. And I was like, that's disappointing, man. But I mean, I still love the original game. There's absolutely nothing that's going to turn me away from that. So I'm probably going to come back to a Kerbal stream and teach you guys the glory of what I call the cat's paw build. You will learn. All right, we're going to go back. We're going back. Let me up. Oh my god, this thing has so much power. What the heck? Why has it got so much power? It's just... Oh my god, it bounced me back. Why did it do that? I mean, yeah, we're in space, but what the heck, man? Alright, we're going to put this safely right here. We don't need that. That's very dangerous. Very dangerous. Everybody has that one friend who has immaculate taste and is better than journalist reviews. Yup. You always gotta have a large circle of friends for that reason alone, just for like diversity of taste, In my case, it was like I had a few people like just different disciplines, He like that guy was like not into music really, but was definitely into games, especially like multiplayer things. And honestly, I really don't do multiplayer things. I love story-driven games, single-player games. We're gonna be going through a lot of RPGs on this stream, promise you that. Be ready. Oh, I see a party mode. You see party mode? Oh, it helps if you read, huh? Oh, front screen, hollow screen. Oh, check it out. Somebody brought the EDM. All right, enough of that. No. We do ambient music. Got an idea. I'm going to put the camera down here. Then you guys are going to see my feet sometimes. I'm going to leave this right here. And I'm going to pick a new one. A new world. And it's going to look like this. Okay. I know we've only heard maybe like 10 seconds tops of this audio, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. There are some vibes that I would want, But this is that like lonely, desolate vibe that I'm just like, man, I wish I could replace this with like some chill stuff. So I would have to have the party mode on for this. Imagine you have like this kind of view, and then you just put it on there like, you got the party music going. All right, let's switch to Trappist 1 Bravo, Surface Day. Oh my god, it's a lava world. What the hell, dude? It's straight up lava. I'm scared. My wool is gonna get singed. Oh, these are so cool though. Like, this is such a like, take the buddies, chat about life, you know, look over the world, and just kind of like catch up on things, share ideas. Yeah, I love it. All right, so there is a moon base one I want to look at, and then there's night desert, and then I'm going to move on to the last world out of the list. Oh, yo, y'all seeing this? It's the moon. Oh, wait, look over there. Don't look inside my body. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's an actual moon base. How about that? Ah. And the moon's kind of desolate though. Oh, but the earth. 'Cause you make my earthquake. Yeah, you make my earthquake. What if I just grabbed the world like this and went like call that an earthquake. Oh, I love that you can see the lights at night. That's so good. That looks very, very much like Europe to my untrained eye. All right, let's do the last view. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, I backed it up in the wrong direction. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Here we are. Okay, the last one is Night Desert. I hope this is a good one. Oh, yes, this kind of music is exactly what I was hoping to hear with this kind of world. Let's go. Look at this. We're gonna do a stream where we just like hang out here and then like have friends on to chat with, you know? Like only cozy chats though. Literally just so we hang out here. And then here, I'll seat myself down here. Oh, there's colliders. Hashtag break my fucking immersion. Ah, don't look. Wait, let me sit closer to you guys. Y'all friendly. I'll sit close to you. It's okay. Here we are. So, what's on the docket for tonight? What's everybody doing? Do anything fun besides hanging out? Hanging out with me? Doing the stream? You can't see my kickies. Hold on. Gonna have to zoom out. There we go. I'll just leave it like that. Not perfect, but it'll work. Playing Valorant and crate digging. Good luck on the set. For those who don't know, Chimp is playing offshore for the first time ever this Friday. Today would be Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Day after that is Friday. So that gives you what, like a day and a half for y'all to get your schedules blown away so that you can come to offshore. Make sure you don't miss it. You need to see this one. There's going to be a huge diversity for this lineup. Like all of the sets are going to be a very different vibe from each other, which is super sick. I love booking lineups like that. because I like things being exciting and unexpected when it comes to shows, because everybody's been to shows where it's like you know exactly what you're getting when you walk in, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I wouldn't go to shows all the time if it was always going to be something I expect, you know? I'm much more of a fan of like the expect the unexpected kind of experience. Like, you know, you want to go in and be surprised and get shocked, you know, because that's where it's exciting. That's where you discover new sounds, new artists, new songs, new genres, you know, just things you haven't run into before. So I'm happy to have a place in like trying to bring that for people, because that's something I always looked for in VR shows and just music shows in general. And I really want to, like, you know, not fall into the trap of like, oh, booking lineups where I definitely know like that they're gonna work together, because, well, that's not that hard, you know. You get folks who, like, you know their work, or like you at least know that they're like in a particular style, and you know that it's gonna all be really cohesive. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with those shows, and you'll see that Offshore does book shows like that from time to time. But my favorite ones are not like that. My favorite ones are the ones that are like they're all over the place. Not in terms of like it doesn't make sense to go from one act to another. It's like, no, it just keeps it fresh to go from one act to another when they have different styles. And, you know, you don't want to like too crazy with it, or else it just like throws off the vibe. But having them be like, here's one sound, and then you book somebody after them that's like an adjacent sound. So it's like the show becomes a journey of sorts, rather than just like you come to hear one sound and then you've been listening to that same kind of genre, that same kind of sound all night. It's like there's a place for it. I feel like Offshore is an opportunity for us to not always do that. You know, there's a time and place for it, and I like to look forward to the times where it's, you know, time to do something different, something very unexpected. Yay. Let's go. I play at... Wait, here. My screen's a little too small because it's way up there now. I gotta bring it down here. Not AFK, I promise. Let's go. I play at 10, so I'll be there. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, me. That's what I'm fucking talking about. You and Chimp's wired voices set is still one of my favorite things I've seen live. It was so unique and wholesome. Brickero, thank you so much. That was... God, that was such an involved thing, because it was one of those few times where I got to specifically work on a story, you know? And that one, honestly, was mostly Chimp. It was mostly Chimp coming up with the story, and then us coming up with songs together that would fit into like each chapter of the story. It was super, super fun. And then, of course, we had a little bit of like a theatric component to it in person, like when we were actually doing the performance. It was just something else. I still look back fondly on that set, and on rare occasion I'll go and listen to it, but I admit, like, it's kind of hard to listen to because it is it's so steeped in emotion. It's like it's a full journey, but like one of those ones that you can't go and listen to unless you're ready to be like in a heavy mindset a little bit. So kind of like I was saying, like the right time and place, like that's one of those sets that I'm really, really proud of, and I rarely go back and listen to it because of what it brought to the table, you know, because of the story it told. And, you know, I'm really proud of what we did there. So Chimp, good on you. Numchai T says, hey folks, like when you find a playlist, excuse me, and you end up finding new artist genres because of it, absolutely. Also, welcome in. Excuse me. Yeah, like one of my favorite things to do when I'm looking for new music isn't even really to be like looking for new music. It's on times when I have some work to do, but I don't want to like put on a stream with like somebody talking or playing a game or whatever. I'll put on long mixes of music, and I change what kind of music it is from time to time. And sometimes I'll go and listen to like, oh, I might like I have a massive playlist of YouTube videos that are just long drum and bass mixes because they're fantastic for working. Because sometimes you just need a lot of noise to kind of drown out the ocean waves on the rig, and the creaking sounds. The creaking sounds sometimes get to you. You learn how to tune it out, but you're only human at the end of the day, or in my case, a sheep girl. So you gotta find ways of keeping yourself sane. Drum and bass mixes are really, really good for that, and sometimes I'll be totally in that vein of, this is exactly what I want to listen to. This is I know exactly the mix I want to hear because I know how long I need to be focused on this task or whatever, or I want this specific vibe, and I know these mixes are going to bring that, either based off their description and the artists that are in the track list, or you just kind of get that vibe from the image that they threw on the video, because it's always a static image and then they just put music over it. But then there are those days where I'm literally looking for something to really chew on, something to I've got some work to do, but it's brain dead work, and it's I would rather have something to listen to that's going to be really engaging rather than music that I can just keep in the background and really be engaged on the work. So in those days when the script is flipped, I'm looking for my playlist. I know exactly what you're talking about. I probably do exactly that same thing where it's this is the list of everything, if I need to go and find it, I know where to find it because it's in the giant file cabinet that is your playlist. On those days where I'm really looking for something different though, sometimes I'll be I heard this genre once. I don't know anything about it. I'm just going to put on a couple of mixes and just hope that there's something good in there. And then I'll be yeah. I did that once for some breakcore sets and just mixes online of breakcore songs, and I kind of got a familiarity with it, and I didn't really dig into it super heavy, but the time before that, when I was looking for something to really dig into in terms of just finding new music, new sounds, new artists, I was listening to funk, Phonk, because I had an idea of what it was, and I was just I already know I don't like this shit, but I'm feeling real patient, real curious, and I just kept putting on mix after mix after mix, and I was there's something about this. It's it's just such a vibe that I don't know, you have to be in a specific vibe, and the way that I looked at it is this is probably not going to be super interpretable unless you kind of share that feeling, but there's a certain seasoned feeling to it where I feel funk is very much springtime music, and I mean really late winter, really early spring kind of music, where it's the weather is beyond shit. You have been stuck inside for so long because of the weather. You want to get out, but you're not ready to brave the weather to go and do social activities and see friends and stuff. You literally just want to go outside the house. You don't mind if it's wet. You don't mind if it's a little on the chilly side. That's all fine. You're gonna get in the car and you're gonna fucking drive, and you're just gonna experience life from behind a windshield. For some reason, that right there is exactly what funk music is for, right? And I basically can't listen to that music unless that's the kind of weather that we have. If it's super shitty weather and very overcast, and there's no things going on for me to go and do with friends, or I'm just not in the mood to see people and just go, Funk is absolutely that driving in the car alone type of music. You got it. You fucking got it. There's a reason all of the videos and the images that you see related to funk are drift cars, really leaning into the JDM shit, which is pretty. It's a little foreign to me. I'm on the very fringe of that kind of stuff because I do cars. Obviously we did the Forza stream, so I demonstrated a little bit of I got a little bit of that familiarity to me, but very, very little. It's an interesting box for me to peer into is probably the best way to put it. And I feel funk is it's steeped in that. It's not just about the sound, it's how you use it. Kind of dance music in general, it's not just about can you make an interesting song, or can you put like great composition talent into a song? Like, of course you can, but sometimes you don't want to treat a house song, you know, like it's an orchestra piece, you know. It's like sometimes you're not trying to tell a story with a song. If you're writing music, sometimes you're literally just trying to be like, this is a fun sound, I want people to dance to it, I just want it to be a banger, whatever, you know. You got to consider how it's going to be used. What's breakcore? We don't talk about that. Breakcore is when you break your heart, and then instead of being sad exactly, you have complicated feelings and you put it into drum patterns. I'll show you sometime. Although, you know, my heart's pretty whole right now, so, you know, might have to ask somebody else for their inspiration on a broken heart, but I can at least get you familiar with the musical aspects of it. Breakcore is complicated. You can use that clip. Keep that clip. You're gonna need it. Somebody's gonna need it. Be like, what's breakcore? What is that? A new hand. Hold on. A new hand touches the beacon. If you know what that's from, rip. Also, rip your ears, because that was hashtag just Skyrim things. Yo, breakcore soothes my ADHD. Yo, whatever works, man. Like, breakcore has definitely got its purpose. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely got that something about it. Kind of like I was saying with funk. Like, there are certain certain vibes. I don't like to use the word vibes too much, but there's definitely like certain vibe that like that you have to be in to enjoy breakcore at length, I feel, which I was definitely channeling the one time I've ever played a breakcore set, and I kind of got a certain appreciation for it. Like, it's a I guess the way I would say it is like, there's a certain big brain quality to somebody who can literally sit down and listen to breakcore regularly, which I definitely don't have. I feel like it's a certain kind of like, I go to music for a number of reasons, and the kind of reason that I would go to breakcore to listen to it, you know, beyond like 10 minutes being spent on listening to a couple of songs because, you know, I'm just in that mood. Like, that's just like, if this is me and like, man, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like, if I'm here, being able to listen to breakcore as like a skill or like a regular activity is just so far out here, whereas everything else is like over here. It's like, oh, I can listen to rap music super easy. It's not hard for me to like get into a vibe for that. Drum and bass is like super easy. Like dubstep, I used to be a huge fan of, and it's like, I can sometimes get into that vibe, but a lot of times I can't. Rhythm, you know, as that specific sound, that like, you know, tear out kind of dubstep, that's even farther out. That's like, I gotta really be in the right mood for it, and even then that's gonna last a very short time. And then you have breakcore. I actually can't reach far enough off camera to show how far away that is from like me being able to listen to it regularly, you know what I mean? Maybe, hopefully that sort of space themed analogy of like, here's a celestial body and here's orbits, you know, kind of illustrated that. But there's tons of different kinds of breakcore, 30-year-old genre with all kinds of different styles. There's something for everyone. I totally believe it. I mean, again, like, that's my that's a little bit of like what I was saying with the necessity, I suppose, of like looking for genres that you either don't know anything about or you feel like you know a lot about, and then like either you have like a very strong negative opinion about it or a strong positive opinion about it. Like, challenge it. You think you know everything about a genre and you think you really love it, go and find the craziest shit that's still labeled related to that, and, you know, see if that broadens your worldview, and maybe you even find that there's certain ways that genre can be used in a terrible way, you know. Or on the flip side, in my case, where I admit, like, I was a super huge detractor for breakcore. I just was not a fan for the longest time, even though I love breaks. You know, I got a lot of that kind of shit in my library. But here I'm talking about it as if it's like literally one unilateral thing, you know, and I don't mean to. It's a you know, umbrella term for all intent, for all, you know, the positives and negatives that brings. So I recognize that I have no expertise to speak on in terms of like presenting it for folks. But I can speak to the experience that I had of putting together a set and really giving it a fair shake after being so like mean about it. And I got an understanding with it that I've been able to use with I think all of the breakcore that I've listened to. I think there's like maybe like one or two songs that don't quite fit that mold, but for the vast majority of all of them, I have to be in a very specific mindset, and it's not a terribly positive one for me to enjoy that. But again, it's one of those like tool for the job, right? If you're looking at it as music being a thing that you employ as a mirror for your feelings, or, you know, an outlet, however you want to describe it. I like to use it as like a mirror. Like, I want to listen to really sad shit when I'm really sad, you know, to put it super simply. Breakcore definitely hits that, like, if your mood is a simple linear spectrum of like down is sad and then up is happy, it's like breakcore, funk, some of the tear out that I have, and, you know, certain other kinds of I have some like exceptionally like sad drum and bass. I don't know how to describe it. It's like liquid, but it doesn't uplift you. It literally does the opposite. Those are all like at the very tail end of that spectrum, and that's not taking it. That's not commenting as though that's like a, you know, it's the only way it can be listened to. This is what I've found it to be, and this is how it interacts with me. This is how I interact with that kind of music. So I'm always looking for opportunities to find stuff like that where I feel like I have a strong opinion about it, and I'm just like, maybe I'm really wrong about it though. Maybe there's something in there that's like, yo, breakcore can be happy as shit. Maybe like you're having like a super fucking manic episode and you're just like, I'm riding high, dude, and the only thing that's going to mirror that feeling is literally like this playlist of breakcore, you know? Show me the crazy happy breakcore, man. Show me the like super cheery shit if it exists. I want to know if it exists. While you're typing that, I'm going to plug in the controllers again. I might have forgotten to plug them back in while I was doing all the silliness earlier. I think it was when we were playing with the jetpack. Oh, while I'm over here, I should probably get my beverage. I got two, actually. I got his water, and I got yerba. Who'll be drinking a yerba mate in the chat, be honest. Alright, I'm going to put my controllers in my lap so I can drink without spilling. Wow. Playlist is like 3/5 breakcore. Large umbrella, many sounds, and many time signatures and samples. I'd be very interested to hear some breakcore that's got different time signatures in it. Way back in the day, I was classically trained as a guitar player, and had a little stint doing some percussion work in like a orchestra setting. So music theory is familiar to me. Reading sheet music is familiar to me, or at least it used to be way back in the day. And then, you know, just fell in love with the guitar and just wrote a lot of instrumental guitar music, and then discovered music production when I was trying to figure out like, oh, how do I record and perform guitar-based music when I'm a solo artist, you know, when I don't have a band to back me up. And then I discovered production as the like, oh, you don't have to buy a drum machine. You literally just get some drum samples, get this very, very fancy software called Steinberg Cubase, and then you're off to the races. And I took that super far and said like, wait, I don't even have to have just drums. I can have synths. And then I used synths for everything, and then became dubstep producer. The wubs were very wubbly back then. 2012, to be exact. Nugent, you got mad happy breakcore. Can you send it to me, actually? If you have the names or the files handy. I really want to hear that. I'm super curious, dude. You're bad. Numchai T, who has T in their literal name, has never had a yerba, not gonna lie. What? June Loves You says wub 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 wub. Wait, now I wanna open up fucking Native Instruments Massive from way back in the day and make a synth that literally is just wub 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 wub. 2012 was a great time for web dubs, though. I tell you what, it was. Oh, thank you, Woodgraves. I know you're already. Yeah, of course, you're already in the DMs with the music recommendations. Yeah, dude, hit it, and that goes for all of you. If you got cool music to send my way, because you never know when like you need something like that in your library for a set. Especially when you're like doing like a freestyle open deck something or other, and you're just like, dude, I don't even know how I got into this pocket of like this vibe or this BPM, or like I don't have anything that works with this key, so I need to swap it out, or I need to mix it into something else. Well, I got this song here, I don't know anything about it, or like I remember it from like a long time ago and I never get to play it, and then you pop it in and it like serves the need so well. I've had that happen so much. Half the fun of the freestyle sets is that you do goofy ass shit that you normally wouldn't. You know, you play stuff that you haven't played in a long time or have never played. Bro, you are breakcore. Yeah, we know, man. It's in your blood. It's in your bones. Internal metronome motherfuckers when they hear someone say pocket. Hey, yo, what did that mean? What does that mean? Let me put my drink over there without spilling it. Ooh. Man, I remember the last time I dumped a yerba off the off the VR table. I got a VR table over there that's separate from my desk, because you know this shit takes up too much space. Man, that was a cleanup I was not proud to do. All right, so we've been chilling in space for a little bit. We've been talking about music, so this is like kind of ticking all the boxes of like, you know, typical VR DJ kind of stuff, you know. We gotta flip over to another world here in a second. I'm just gonna send you a bunch. Oh my god. My fucking Discord, like if Discord starts like allocating to you, like, oh, you upload files or people send you files, so that's gonna count against like a storage limit or something. Discord, I'm not giving you any ideas. Please don't fucking do that. Don't turn into Google. That would be a shame. Alright, let me back up the camera a little bit. I'm gonna pull up the next world. Pocket like drum pocket, kind of another word for a little groove when jamming, playing. Oh, like a pocket, like a riff, kind of. Maybe not like a full riff necessarily. Guitar players, they know the term riff super hard. I think actually guitarists took that from drummers. I think drum riffs was where that term actually came from originally. Alright, what's this? Is this where the world tab is? It is. Nice. I'm so happy about that. Happy it didn't get disappeared. I'm like one of those people that has the problem of I have too many tabs open. I open too many windows. They're all layered up on each other. Everything makes perfect sense in the moment. And then you leave it for a couple minutes. You come back and you're like, why do I have 50 tabs open? What were these even for? I tell you true. All right. We got one more world to hit. Let's, or at least on the plan list. Let's pop over there. Pray for me. Boom, 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 boom. Challenge to the chat. Breakcore remix of the VRChat loading music. Oh. Alright, I gotta move some windows around for this one. My play space is fucked. My camera's all the way down there. My monitoring window's right there. That's definitely not gonna help us there. Let's turn the camera around like this. Let's see what's happening. All right. So, where are we going? There's a green arrow right in front of us. I'm going to kind of show what's happening here. We got like medieval town vibe. Medieval town. All right, let's go this way. Ooh, let me turn the camera actually so you can see where we're going. I'm gonna set the flying, put it behind us. Yeah. All right, let's take a little look-see. Yeah. Oh, why is it planted? Hold on, I fucked up my camera. Boom, 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 boom. If I do local, yeah, that way it'll follow. And I'll zoom out a little bit so you guys don't have to get too barfy from my hair flying all around. Yeah, nice. Now you can see what I see. Oh, wow. This really wants us to like follow the line. Also, there's no audio. What the heck? Oh. 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 Well, there's music now. Why is it so noisy over here? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. What's happening? What's happening? Oh my god, oh my god. It rebuilt the world around us. What the heck is this? Ah. That's crazy, bro. Wait, there's like, oh. Why is it doing that? That's crazy. What is this world? This is insane. What's this like netting? What's, guys, what's going on? What's all this? What's all this? What's all this? What if we go like this? This is crazy. I'm gonna like try and get outside the town. Ooh, we go down the streets. So it keeps the collision of the buildings even when they disappear. So we can't like go where a building should be and then whenever it rebuilds, like be stuck inside the building basically. Wait, I want to go down the little alleyway. Oh, don't let me. You guys didn't see that. Wait, what if oh, I can really hop in this world apparently. So what's all this? Bom bom. Oh, I'm kind of stuck up here. Here, let me give you guys a different view. Let's do this. So I'm stuck on the ground, but you guys don't have to be. Just be safe, okay? Wherever you go, be safe. Oh, look at that. Oh. Wow. That's so neat. Oh, I love that. This is something else. This is so cool. So this is what happens when I stop being a mirror dweller? We're a drone now. Yeah, actually. Sheep Girl cover shooter. Resident Evil 4 POV, actually. Leon, help! She's crouch sprinting everywhere. Man, this is something else. Thank you so much for these recommendations. These are so crazy. I'm having a lot of fun with these. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. It was like a little adventures, you know? Not like, you know, terribly specific on what we're gonna do. That's half the fun. Wow. I don't think you can see me waving from way up there. Yeah, zoom in. I'm really trying, but I can't lean over far enough. Alright, come back to me. Come back to me. We got things to do. Come on. We got things to do. Oh, there's a desk there. Hold on. Can't be punching. No punching desk. Alright, well, let's keep going down this way and see what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Whoever's making the music video, get that clip. POV. I'm on my way to steal that booty. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Do she got the booty? She do. Do she got the booty? She do. Oh, there's a wall here. I didn't see that. Swiggity swooty, I'm coming for that booty. Do she got the booty? She do. Just noticed I can't take clips on here for some reason. Is that right? I'm gonna have to look into that because I want you guys to be able to save funny moments, even if they're at my expense. That's a basic right. In VTuber land, you guys have rights. I want to make sure that you have them. Wait, does this like change the land if I pick up a different drink? Apparently it doesn't change shit. Does taste good though. Gotta make the Clyde Clips unofficial channel. I wouldn't hate it if you did. I'll give you guys clippable content. How about that? Yo, can we get a top-down JRPG view? Only if you promise to someday make it an RPG. The Clyde RPG. Marino World. You're my friend now. The channel trailer actually, June loves you says, are we waddling out here? Yeah, actually. Clyde short form content when? You know, it's funny actually. I do have plans to do that because a long while ago I did Big Ass Al. You can find it on YouTube. I also did basically I did that and another like fake commercial for an event called Cereal Bowl, which was a kind of like, it was a cereal themed parody of the Super Bowl, sort of, in VRChat, which I got to play for and had super fun with. And one of the unique things about the event, besides that the world was specifically made as like an oversized kitchen table, and like, you know, we were all playing on an overturned cereal bowl with a spoon that would lead up to the DJ decks. Which the DJ decks were like, not Cheerios, but one of like frosted loop cereals, not Fruity Loops either, a different one. But we made these commercials for like the breaks in between performers, and I made a couple of them with some friends, and one of them really took off, and it was just really, really funny for people whenever I posted it to the YouTube, and it was actually included in the VRChat New Year's Eve television loop from last year. So folks who were, I was out doing an IRL New Year's event at the time, so I didn't get to see it myself, but everybody was sending me photos whenever it came on because it was like a global experience, so everybody saw it at the same time, and it was like Big Ass Al on the big screen, and I was just like, damn, VRChat put a big ass on the big screen, let's go. Come on, that was pretty funny. You gotta say that was pretty funny. All right, you want JRPG? Let's make it happen. Let's make dreams happen, eh? So if we go like this, I rotate it around so that you get the view. Let's see. Hold on. So, okay, everybody. Wait, I'm gonna put it like. I want it up a little bit more. Yeah. Oh, this is like Final Fantasy VII. The camera stays, but you go off the map and then you find a secret. Well, it's so hard. I'm watching the camera to orient myself. Let me switch it to local, and then let's see. Oh, guys, we're playing an RPG now. Where go? You gotta tell me what the controls are or where I'm going. Here, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit while you guys give the controls. You gotta say where we're going. Okay, coffee, you could drown in blah, 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 blah. Actually, that's big ass L, dude. Reminds me of Metal Gear, kind of, with the fixed cam. Yeah. Twitch plays Marino. Yeah, actually. YouTube plays Marino, Twitch plays Marino. Oh, I'm going back. Need ladder, climb for 5 minutes. That's 2 Metal Gear. We ain't trying to be like that. Alright, I'm gonna go in the hutch and then see what's in here. Oh, there's... Oh. You're not gonna be able to see this because JRPG, but look at this like model. Here, I'll zoom in for you actually. Look at this. It's a model building, but as it moves, it actually transforms. Like it turns into a different building, basically. So if I move it around too quick, it like really starts going crazy. Isn't that crazy? Here, we're gonna put that back. I think we might break the space-time continuum if we if we play with that too much. Yeah, let's go back here. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that's right here, because there's like, oh, I gotta bring the camera with. Look at this. There's more of these little buildings. You go like this. All I'm doing is rotating it and like moving it around. I'm not clicking anything. Now I'm clicking, but it's not doing anything. But on my way to play some 10th dimensional chess, weird 4D house thing. Actually, though, I think it might be something along those lines where it's like, you know, you're getting views of the building from different points in time. It's not like it's definitely doing it based off of my movement. I was thinking like, oh, maybe it like changes based off of like the state of one of the buildings over there whenever the like world disintegrates and then shows the field and then comes back. But it's doing it even when the wind isn't playing and destructing the world around us. There's some more buildings up there, but I think it's actually the same one, like over and over. This is so cool. I want to see what else is in the world, but I'm kind of thinking like this is about it. Like this little plaza is where all the interactables are. Boom, 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 boom. There's a few pickups hidden around in the windmills, but otherwise that's basically it for the world. Mostly just the really strong gimmick. It's really cool. I think that's super tight. I think this is super nice. I think the wind sound is actually like too heavy-handed for this to be like a world that I would spend a lot of time in. I think it's mostly for like, well, video opportunities, honestly. No complaints there. I mean, the wind sound being configurable would be really nice, but like I'm still having a good time. So here, let me not run into you guys. Let me zoom out a little bit. Sheep are really out here making me want to re-download VRChat and become a mirror DJ again. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll regret it. You'll start being all like, oh, I got too many bookings. What am I gonna do? I gotta start refusing performances. Because that's what happens when you become a VR DJ. You start getting booked. We're gonna go backwards. Hot mic DJs equals best DJs. Yo. Is that why I'm not the best DJ? Because I've never hot mic'd much as I wanted to. I think I tried to once, and for some reason I couldn't get it to work. Oh, now that I'm thinking back, it was actually like I was trying to hot mic a YouTube video instead of like a literal, like my usual DJ setup. So I couldn't get the output from YouTube to like reroute into the microphone input the way that I was doing it. So I never became hot mic DJ. It was real. It was one of those like moments where you look back and you're like, man, I was so close to flying too close to the sun kind of thing, and somehow I saved myself. Almost was Icarus, but instead became Clyde. Also, you should absolutely re-download VRChat. There's some sort of control system on one of the windmills, but I couldn't figure it out. Oh, I'm curious. But I think I might have to do that one off stream. My list of worlds to hit has already been exhausted, so I kind of want one to like end on. Like this would be a good ender, but I feel like there should be like one that we go and make our like exit, I suppose. Also, if anybody says water closet, I'm going to just end the stream without even speaking with you guys. Space chat was nice. Yeah, I think, you know what, I might actually bring that one back and do an actual like dedicated talk stream, like just chatting, where we don't bounce around, we don't do shit, and literally just chat in space. I feel like there was something there. Like I feel like that was a really nice vibe. I felt like you guys were there, right there with me, because you know you were. Talk stream vibes. Clyde becomes talk therapist. I'm not a therapist. The Beach That Makes You Old by Iron Biscuit. The Beach That Makes You Old. What does that mean? How does a beach make you old? Best world to end at. Azeel collab again? Yo, I might. You know what? I might chat Azeel because I don't know them very well. Like I just spoke with them during the event setup and everything, just to make sure everything was all good for that performance. But I haven't had a chance to like chat with them or like see what they're up to. You know, see if there's anything that like we could do together that would be beneficial for them. You know, because I got my musical talents, you know, but also like I do Clyde personality things, as you can see. I bat the eyes at the camera. I do the little like ee face, and then I also do sometimes the blushing face, but most of the time that's just an accident. And then other times I do the bruh face, like this. Bruh. Like that. Sometimes I do walk-in stream. You know, this is actually something that like totally off topic, but like us cruising real slow through the city reminds me, do you guys have that problem where like you need to go like out to do something, you need to go get lunch in town, from a usual spot or whatever, and if there's a walk to do, like if you have to walk more than like a couple blocks, if ever you tell yourself like, I'm gonna have a chill time today, I'm just gonna enjoy the walk, I'm not gonna like stress, I'm not gonna rush or anything, and then 5 minutes later, I kid you not, you just start like rushing. You're just like, I gotta be there. Do you guys have that happen? Like sometimes I try to intentionally slow myself down, especially during the summer. That's my favorite season of the year, and I love being outdoors during the summer, even when it's just blazingly hot, because I miss it so much during the other seasons. So some days I'll just walk in town and just spend as much time as I can outdoors. Even if I got somewhere to be, I'll just be like, it's gonna take me a while to get there, but then what I do is I end up just rushing. I just can't not go fast. I try to like limit my pace. I try to like shorten my footsteps. I try to take steps slower. None of that works. It just falls apart. I just start going, I just start like rushing and just go full effort. And then whenever I get where I'm going, I'm just all sweaty and like, and I'm like, wait, wasn't the plan today to take it easy and just enjoy the time? Nah, plan thwarted. They were talking about another charity stream at some point, and I'd be hype as fuck to see another set in real time. I'd be hyped to play it. I love doing performances like that, and I think that's the second charity performance I've ever given, and I feel like they're real fun. I would have loved to have had a better idea of that. Like I got familiar with it pretty like late into the planning, so it was like I had a few days to like basically make sure that I could be available for it, and then come up with the performance, of course, and then get all the technicals sorted out. And when it was like day of, and I was like getting familiar with all the stuff to make sure that I was like sharing the right stream, and make sure that I was like kind of getting familiar with the folks who were on that day, who were speaking, and what the topics were and everything, just because you always want to be like aware of that sort of thing, so that you don't like if there was an opportunity for me to speak on the stream, you don't want to like hop on the mic and then say something that's tone deaf, you know what I mean, because of something that was that happened earlier in the stream. So I had limited time to do that preparation, I guess. And I felt like, oh man, this would have been like a really good thing for me to like see from the start, because I didn't actually get to engage with the overall stream schedule until it was like a few days in, and I was like, damn, I actually feel like I missed something here. I kind of want to like go back and see this all again. So I would love an opportunity to like re-roll that. Not to say that like there was any regrets off the first stream. I was really happy with the performance. I was really happy with the crowd. Like everybody was super like vibing with everything. I was like, as long as you guys had a good time, I had a good time, and I was really happy with how that turned out for how like short notice my involvement was. And I was like, man, doing this again would be a treat, I tell you what. So I would be happy to do it again. Came for Anumi, stayed for Clyde and Creepy. Hey. Appreciate it. Maybe I'll give you a reason to come by to another one. Besides the stream, my controllers don't interrupt my talking. Yeah, maybe I'll give you yet another reason to join up on a stream like that, on top of whatever they're already, whatever specific cause they're running the charity for. But we'll see. I am always inundated with bookings for performances, and I kind of got a bit of a break from that, but not in like a great way, I guess. I sort of got a break from it in terms of like I started stepping away a little bit more to take care of some things offline, which sometimes actually interrupt these streams. And it's kind of like it's out of necessity that you're taking the break, rather than because you're just like, I'm just chilling out. It's like, no, it's because I'm going full stress on something else that isn't fun. So like because of that, my booking schedule is a little bit reduced from what it usually is. But there's always opportunities for me to play at places that I've always wanted to play, or like return to places that I really respect. But at the moment, what I think is going to happen is that it's probably going to start swinging back the other way, where right now I'm reduced on bookings. I still have several coming up that I'm really keen on. Not just the offshore ones either, because of course I play like 2 out of every 3 offshores for when I do a solo performance or Brandon and I do a back-to-back. But beyond those, I have a couple of bookings that I'm really jazzed about. And I'm thinking there'll be an opportunity for me to reduce how much time I'm spending on stressy things outside of, the online activities, and then come back to doing more bookings. But I'm not going to like put it out there, I guess. I'm not going to be like, oh, my bookings are like, empty, like come through. Because it's like, there's always opportunities for me to do fun stuff like this, doing these VTubing streams, which they take very little planning from the way that I'm doing them, which is of course a good thing, because I could basically just drop in and just hang out with you guys and then see what's happening. This is a bit of a leisure activity for me. Of course, we get to chat. It's a real good time. No complaints here. We're only a week and a half into doing it, but we're keeping it low stress. Whereas sets are comparatively higher stress, because there's a lot that there's kind of like a thing, I guess. I don't want to say a formula exactly, but there's definitely a kind of sound, a structure, a way to approach a set that I've been refining for years. And I feel like that kind of comes through. If you hear a couple, you kind of start picking up on, the common threads there. So there is a bit of planning that goes into sets, even if they're freestyle. Literally, like, just start pulling shit out of the library and just see what sticks. Even those still have a little bit of planning to them. Most of them are actually some form of planned. And I don't mean like literally I have the playlist worked out for the entire set. There's a lot of sets that are like that, where I have every song planned out. I know exactly which ones are going to transition into each other well. And if I I rushed through these ones, so now I need to like buffer that out with a little bit more time. I need to pull in a couple extra songs. Like, I can pull those in because they're always live. I haven't done pre-recorded sets in a really long time, except for very large performances. You basically always do those pre-recorded because it's one less thing to go wrong. A tech problem on a big performance day is an exceptional gut punch, so you don't want to do that. But most of my sets are live. Like, the vast majority of them are live, and that affords you a lot of flexibility, a lot of freedom for doing goofy stuff that happened like last minute kind of thing, being like, oh, I didn't know about the song until today, and today is the day of the performance, but I already have the set put together. Fuck it, pull it in anyway. But even if it's like not that well planned out, I'm still going to do a little bit of like, okay, well, I know that in the first 30 minutes of an hour is going to be like this kind of vibe, and then I want it to end here. I want it to end on this kind of a vibe, which means I have to go from this song to through 5 or 6 songs to get to this song, and then I need to switch from this song over to this other one to reset the BPM or to change the feeling of the performance. And then the ultimate part of like planning a set to me is knowing what you're going to end on. You always have to know how you're going to open it, and you always have to know what the last song is long before you get there. And then everything in between is just a journey you build along with the listeners. But taking that kind of approach does take some like, you gotta spend a little bit of time to think about it and stress about it. And sometimes you do that stressing on decks. Sometimes you're on the stage and you're like doing all that shit. But that's the live performance aspect of it, right? DJing at its core is just not that hard. But when you have a certain like understanding of how you can build out a set and how like certain ones can go, and you want to like communicate a certain vibe, then you've got things that you have to account for. Now you have a right answer and a wrong answer, depending on if you bring in the wrong kind of sound at the wrong kind of time. You kind of ruin the vibe. You're a bit of a steward, if I'm going to use like very like stodgy, lenses to look at it. You're kind of a steward of the vibe. You're literally like the shepherd of the experience when you get on the decks. Like, it's up to you to make sure that you don't kill people's vibe, and that you keep the night going, and that you bring the right energy at the right time of the night. Like, if you go too hard too early, you burn people out, and then the rest of the sets don't like land, and that's really bad for everybody. So like, if you're if ever you have a performance and you know exactly where you're going to be on the lineup, as well, you should always know like where you're going to end up on a lineup, like who's ahead of you, who's behind you, how long the night's going to go. You let that guide your performance, because if it's not open decks, if it's open decks, it's a free-for-all. It's literally bring whatever you want. You don't really have to pay attention to that. A lot of times I'll use that for experimentation time, where I'll try and play a genre that I really don't know is going to work. Funny thing that we touched on earlier, that I got really deep into funk music for a bit there. I tried to put together a set where it was primarily funk music, and I could tell that it was just like, it's a sleepy time music, like if you're listening to it in the car alone while you're out for a drive, that's perfect. If you're going to do a performance, expect people to just basically be like vibing out, but not like with their body, you know what I mean? They're gonna be sitting there, they're gonna be like scrolling through Twitter, they're gonna be doing something else, because it's not headbanging music, it's not even hand waving music, you can't dance to it exactly. So you got to know exactly what you're bringing and how people are going to experience it. And sometimes there's wrong answers there. Sometimes if you are on a lineup and you go to bring a set like that, be like, you might want to bring a set like that to really break the mold, but there's always the risk that people just don't get it. And you don't want that. Sheep shepherd? Hey, the blind can lead the blind. Chill out. Sheep girl is vibe shepherd. Actually though, sheep shepherd, indeed. Sad sex music is one of my favorite kinds. What? What did you say, Oomphy? The wind down I get from vibing out with a sheep girl is paramount to my night going right. Thank you for that. I'm glad to be a part of your night. I'm glad to bring some kind of a vibe, even if it's not music focused. You know me. I like to tell the stories. I like to hang out. I like to talk. What? They keep saying sad sex music. What do I do? You are unmuted on the stream. Oh shit, I just got caught talking to the moderators in Discord. RIP. The charade is over. You thought that this was unscripted, that this was just me. Nah, man, I got a whole ass team behind this. RIP. Stream team exposed. RIP. I'm kidding. This is just me, man. There is a stream team. We'll talk about that in the future, but for now, we keep that under wraps. And right now, all of this is me. I set it up myself, I run it myself, I troubleshoot it myself. All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I've actually been really enjoying the kind of like floating through the city kind of vibe. So I think I might actually end it here once we get back to the little coffee spot. And have my dinner, for which I have a salad. I mentioned before that I have a really good salad in the fridge. It's got a cilantro lime vinaigrette, which, God, if there's one thing I love, it's cilantro. If there's another thing I love, it's not lime, but yeah, it's alright. Tame Impala is sad sex music? Today I learned. Solid dinner, yeah. It's also got hard-boiled egg, chicken, tortilla chips. It's like kind of like a Southwest salad, but with a cilantro lime vinaigrette, and it's got like a little garlic bread that comes with it. And I have a yerba now, so I'll probably like have that with it, because that's a really good pairing. That mint flavor, cilantro and lime, and then of course the Southwest flavors is like, there's just something about it. It's magic in the form of food, culinary magic, casting spells in the kitchen. Let me think. I don't have anything to like pair it with as a side, but I'm not really busted up about that. Like a lot of times I'll have a decent sized meal because there's just like extra stuff, there's like sides and whatnot, but that's not in the cards today. I went pretty simple because I got a lot to do, so I need to spend more time doing than eating. So I'll get on that. Let me see, I've got a couple of things to do after the stream. Definitely need to hydrate and like stretch my legs. I thought I'd be like moving around more during the stream, but because I did the goofy thing of not charging my damn controllers before the stream, because imagine doing that. That would require a script, that would require planning, and I dropped the ball on that one. So that's that's something I need to account for. That since I've been sitting for so long, I need to just go and chill out. Not like chill out exactly, but also not like work out. I just need to stretch the legs, just get the muscles going, you know. Also, some minute trust in the playlist. Shadow Wizard Money Gang. Shout out Shadow Wizard Money Gang. I don't know who the fuck. I don't know what that is. We love casting spells. Seabat is definitely something. Seabat is sad sex music. Actually, technically it is, isn't it? It's literally, I mean, it's sad sex music because of the context, right? Because of where where the fame came from on that. How much you want to bet that was actually the what do you call it? Basically like a structured viral event that like Seabat wanted to get known, and then they put together a really bizarre scenario, put it on Reddit, get noticed for the story, and then of course because they didn't call, like they literally just said like, I just have this like, you know, eclectic taste in this music, you know, and then everybody's just like, well, what's the music, you know? It's like the perfect guerrilla marketing, right? You generate some fucking drama around a story that just happens to have the music involved, and as long as you don't call too much attention to the music, nobody figures out that it's a thinly veiled ad for the music. And it fucking worked, you know? Everybody I know has a Seabat remix. Some of them put it in the recycle bin where it belongs, but, you know, they got one. Was it Aqua that played Seabat at Shelter? That was great. New Genesis, bruh, I need a Seabat Breakcore remix, Aqua. You know what? Fair. I'm gonna hit him up about that. He sent me like 20 messages while we've been streaming because I asked him for the music. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I noticed that there aren't any Seabat remixes in here. Can you my library really needs it, you know. Alright. The fuck did you guys do with my coffee thing? Where's my coffee thing at? Is it back this way? Oh, sorry, I'm in your face. Sorry. You're in my face too. Guess we just won't move that fast. Come on, man. What the hell? Where is it? Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. Is it there? Is it there? Is it there? I think I saw something over there, actually. Let me look. Blum, blum, blum. Blum, 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 blum. Blum, 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 blum. Do you guys like plums? I don't think I've ever had a plum before. And the song says plum in it. You can tell because it goes plum, plum, plum. Plum, plum, plum. Plum, plum, plum. Plum, plum, plum. What's a plum taste like if you had to describe it to somebody who's never had one? Next stream, music making stream. Oh my god. Thank you, Numchai T, for the reminder. I gotta talk you guys' ear off. The first time I ever streamed anything was intended to be a combination Minecraft stream and Ableton music production stream. To this day, I don't know how I got the audio to go from Ableton into OBS, because I use an audio interface that has an ACO driver, which has kind of a quirk that it's very heavy-handed on the exclusive application control for the audio data, which is fine because it means that like as long as you only ever have one thing accessing it, in that case being Ableton, it's really solid, you know, and it's fantastic. Everybody uses ACO, and for some reason there was only ever one time that I saw some kind of a software solution for it that would capture ACO output and then basically like as if it was a loopback and then send that to OBS. And I don't recall what the problem was with it, but there was something about it that I couldn't get it to work. So I basically gave up on that effort and then just also gave up on streaming altogether. I was just like, I'm just going to do like live performances, which uses Tractor instead of Ableton. So Tractor doesn't have that problem. There is a way that I can get audio out of Ableton just fine, with the desktop capture, no problem there. Just using oh goodness, I don't want to get the name wrong. The DirectX audio driver or whatever. You can do that. That's not a problem. Except that when the application has like something intensive, like if I give it 128 tracks to play, which I did that. yes, I did that actually. I wrote an orchestration. That was like a 20-minute song with like 5 acts in it, I think. That had 128 instruments, all orchestra instruments and various like auxiliary things. So very, very CPU intensive, very heavy on the memory cost. Intentional, so that I could see if it was possible with the computer that I had. And it definitely worked. But that sort of thing would absolutely crunch and not be listenable. And what I want to do is try to figure out a good way of doing an Ableton production stream, because I'd love to write music on stream with you guys. I think it'd be super fun. We'd make some stupid shit, we'd make some cool shit, and then play it in sets and then see how people took to it. Then come back, do it all over again, say like, oh, this one time we did like a C-Bet breakcore remix, and then people loved it. We don't know why, but they just did. And I see where the coffee spot is, but we're gonna pass by this little green space, whatever this is. Wow, what's all going on here? Oh, there's something like broken here actually. This don't look right. Hold on, look at this. I was gonna call it like a large but less juicy berry. What about pears? It's kind of like a happy medium between a grape and an apple. Good question. Is a plum and a pear anywhere close to each other or no? Because I like pears. Pears are pretty good. They're just really wet. Alright, we got the lantern. I'm gonna move the lantern over to where the coffee spot is. The lantern wants coffee too. Oh. Interesting. There's a slide back there. For some reason that didn't load in when I was looking at it. Oh, because it's like a 4D thing. It's like the house. Oh, that's kind of bizarre. So... oh, I see. Hold on. This world just got interesting. Even more so than it already was. Watch this. So I move, right? I don't have the lantern on me. Okay? Wait. Hold on. You guys are able to see some things you shouldn't be able to see. So I grab lantern. And it shows the real nature. Put down the lantern. Oh, well, poorly timed. The world's going to show you the nature sometimes, but now we have the medieval view. Then we go into the light, and then we pick up the lantern, and then... oh, it's crazy. We pick up the lantern, and we can see everything in the natural world. I love it. That's cute. Let's grab it up here, actually. Oh, controller out of tracking range. That's Bredum. Anyway, yeah, you knew that there was a pickup in here, huh? You were like, I don't want to spoil it, but it's definitely there. Anyway, production streams definitely coming. Once I figure out how to stream it in a solid way, and hopefully not like fall apart because of. If I put too many instruments in it, if it's going to start crunching for you guys, I don't want you to listen to that. I don't want you to have a bad time with it. To make matters worse, I actually have a dedicated streaming computer. And, coffee's back this way. Silly me. So I have a dedicated streaming computer for which Ableton is not installed on it, and for reasons I'm not gonna move the installation off of the production computer. So I have to figure out how to get the activity from the Ableton computer basically onto the stream computer. I have at least one way to do it, and that one actually isn't too bad with the audio. There is a way for me to get the audio out from the laptop just fine. It's the visuals that I want. In short, I'm looking at a capture card that would be used for getting the visuals onto the stream computer, and I think that would probably work out just fine. The only issue with that is that the the capture card has a high cost to it. It's like $200 plus, because I would need that plus, for reasons, I would also need to have a separate audio cable for the capture card. And by reasons, I mean I want to use that for Switch streams. I really want to play some Switch games. The net's getting me. I want to play some Switch games, and the setup that I have worked out in my head for how that would work really, really well with a capture card. I just have to make sure that that's the case. I have an assumption about how it'll work, but I haven't tested it. I don't know anybody with a capture card that I could, grab and test, and I don't want to use like one of the cheap ones. I want to use a quality one, because I found some really bad. I keep circling the coffee spot. Damn, that's crazy. Here, let's go fast this way. But yeah, I don't want to use any like Garbo setup. Like if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, kind of thing. All right, coffee, I'm coming for you. And also salad. Wait, I gotta wait for the world to load back in so I can see which route I need. Okay. Ah! No looking inside me. I am Marino, through and through. Ah! What did I run into? The heck is that? There's gotta be a way, man. There's gotta be a way to get to the coffee. Where is it at? It's back here somewhere, right? Dude, if I have to give up on the coffee, I'm actually just gonna be like, bruh. Damn, how did I do this? I don't want to respawn, because that's not to the spirit, man. That's not to the spirit of a world like this. You're not supposed to be cheating. I'm gonna go around the back way, and then if I find my way to the coffee, then so be it. If not, then also so be it. See, I should just be able to go through here, right? But like, oh, okay. Apparently, I can go through this little cheeky alley, windmill, and no, it's not no thoughts head empty. My head is full of thoughts. You just can't see them because that's how thoughts work. Right? I was wondering if you'd be able to find a lantern. It's a cute touch. It is such a good touch. I wanna keep it. It's so cute. Look at it. It's right here. You can't quite see it. There, you can kind of see it. It doesn't want to be seen. Yeah, full of music. Literally, I don't think about anything that isn't music. When I'm thinking about streams, all I'm thinking about is like, what kind of music can we make? That's why I want to get the Ableton streams going, because, man, that would be fun. It'd be so fun. Wait, can I go through here? I don't even know what I'm going into. Guys, we made it! We made it back to coffee! We made it to the coffee! We made it to the coffee. Alright, well, thank you for sticking around for the whole journey, because that was a lot of chatting and not a lot of discovering. Cheers, everybody. That coffee is cold, and I'm not talking cold brew. So, yeah. Alright, I guess that means it's time to end the stream, huh? For today, anyway. We're going to do another one. Tomorrow is going to be Rust, but it's Chill, Part 2. I think the server that I was playing on, doing the RP stuff, I actually don't remember if it was a blueprint wipe. I assume that it is, because I heard chatter that there was a new Rust update that limits how many bags you can have. So I figure they probably had to force update the server, which means that our original woodland mansion build with the 2 towers is probably gone, which means we got to build it again. Or rather, we got to build something new and more interesting. So we're probably gonna get back on that. I want to play that a couple of times. Yeah, max 15 bags. I'm kind of like, I don't think I've made 15 bags in the entire like 400 hours I put into that game, let's be honest. I have maybe like 9 bags max on any given map. I don't make more than that because I don't go crazy hard, as you can tell by my having a stream called Rust, but it's chill. Yeah, so my plan is that I'm going to play that some so that we can actually get a fair shake into Rust and actually like do some stuff. Last time was a little bit like warming back up because I hadn't played in a while. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with that one just yet, but I figure once we get back into it, I'll kind of get into the spirit of like, oh, there's like this thing that I haven't tried to do yet. Like I haven't done the Arctic base before. I think I did that once with a buddy, and that was really cool. But I only did it the once, so I want to do it again. But yeah, we'll get into all that tomorrow. And then Friday will not be. I don't think I'm going to stream it on here, but I'm going to be DJing it offshore, for which I need to use this computer for the streaming for the actual like music component of it, so I can't switch that over to YouTube. There is a way that folks are talking about for streaming VRCDN to both Twitch and to YouTube, and I was kind of thinking like, oh, that might be an opportunity for me to put some music onto the YouTube when I'm giving a live performance, like try to blend those two together. But so far I haven't worked out a way that I like doing that, because you wouldn't get a view of like what's happening in the world while that's happening. You would just get the music and the visuals, which would be okay, you know, for background noise, but you wouldn't get any like chatter. You wouldn't see any interactions from me because you wouldn't actually see me at all, because I can't put myself in my own visuals. I have no good way of doing that, not in a way I like anyway. So expect that Friday is not going to be on YouTube, but is going to be on VRChat and is going to be on Twitch. Offshore has a Twitch account. We always stream there at Offshore VR. And you can get there from the Twitter account of the same name, Offshore VR. Eventually I'm going to find a way to do DJ streams on YouTube. I would really like to do that, like with this whole setup, literally like maybe I just go fuck around like in a VRChat world and just stream the audio to you guys, so that, like we can chat, but also we can DJ, you know. I'll think about that. Maybe we'll do like the summer mix thing that I was talking about at the start of the stream. Like maybe we'll do that, but like as a live stream. Maybe that's the way to do it. I don't know yet. We'll find something though. We'll find a good solution for it. But I want to thank you folks for hanging out. It's been super fun. Nugent chatting with it is always fun with you, Clyde. Thank you. Appreciate it. We'll definitely chat more. Good stream from Brick Arrow. Thank you so much. Thank you for the world suggestions. Those were what made it to me. Yeah, we're going to keep doing these. More world hops next week, I think, and more Rust playthroughs. And then I have a bit of a cheeky idea. I'm not going to have the capture card anytime soon, I don't think, because I got a lot of stuff to sort out with that to like if that's the right decision with the way I want to do it. But I do want to get into a story-heavy single-player game. I want to get into a big RPG. Oof, I really want to. We'll figure something out though, so don't fret. We'll figure out something fun there. I'll bring you folks along for the ride. So watch for that. Expect another stream scheduled to go up sometime this weekend, maybe Monday at the latest. You know, no commitment there, but you'll see it when it's out. That'll be on the Twitter, and you'll know where to find me. Here as always. Until then, wait until tomorrow. Make sure to get rusty. Make sure to get naked, because you know how we do when we play Rust. We always naked. Make sure to get your favorite rock. You're gonna need that. And then also, what else do you get when you go to play Rust? You get naked because you don't have nothing. You get a rock because that's all you can have. And you steel yourself to die a lot. Like it'll be chill, so we're probably not gonna have that problem. But you know, scientists be kind of hardcore, so we'll see. Getting grubbed, yeah. You get naked. You get a rock. You get grubbed. All right, I've spoken for far too long. Thank you for hanging out. We're gonna do this again. Super fun hanging with you folks as always. I will see you in the next one. I need a good sign off, but for now, all I've got is Bye. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta put my controllers up here so that I make the face. I gotta make the happy face. That way you guys know I'm having fun. And then I line up the click over here. Be like, bye. Free Clyde. Free Clyde. Hashtag free Clyde. Hashtag free Clyde.